Daenerys' personal mount, Drogon, is an immense black dragon who some have described as the reincarnation of Balerion the Black Dread. He grew at a freakishly fast pace compared to Rhaegal and Viserion. Less than a decade old, Drogon razed King's Landing to the ground with relative ease and aided in countless other battles. Viserion, on the other hand, is the smallest of Dany's dragons. It appears to be around 85 to 90% of the size of Drogon. He's not that small though and could easily put up a fight against his bigger brother. In A Song of Fire and Ice, Caraxes, being half of Vhagar's size, managed to kill her by ripping out her throat, even though he himself died later. So a smaller dragon can take down a larger one, as the smaller one will fly much faster and hit quickly, but it needs to be smart about how it attacks. So, this is definitely not a biased competition, and it pretty much depends on how fast, strong, and smart each dragon is. So, which one of Daenerys' dragons would best the other? Let's find out. But before that, we noticed that a lot of you are watching our videos and hope you enjoy them, so please subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more content like this. Drogon is essentially the big brother of the three. He's the largest, potentially the fastest, and most probably the strongest. He's the alpha. It would make a lot of difference that Dany is the one riding Drogon, able to give him commands and steer him better than the other two may. This would give him an edge in battle because he would know how to navigate his way around chaos. Being Dany's main ride, Drogon has experienced a lot of attacks. He has gained the most experience under attack than his two siblings, making him a battle-hardened veteran at the craft. But that doesn't mean he's invincible though. Drogon was in fact hit once. Recall in the 7th season, Drogon is hit by Bronze Scorpion, severely damaging his shoulder. So he's not invincible, but he can take a little more punishment than Viserion. This is a nice change for Viserion, considered the smallest and most gentle of the three dragons. But smallest doesn't by any measure mean that he is the weakest. Though it is hard to extrapolate just how strong he is because we don't get to see much action from him in the show. But he might be a bit tougher than everyone thinks. Recall that in the 6th episode of the 7th season, the Night King took down Viserion with a throw of his spear. He's powerful. That spear was traveling very fast and hard. It pierced Viserion exactly where it needed to mortally wound him. Later, his corpse is dragged out of the water and resurrected by the Night King, becoming an ice dragon. Well, what does this have to do with anything? The answer lies in the very next episode. Viserion, without any aid from anyone or any White Walker, brought down the wall that stood for centuries. In fact, brought down is an understatement. He totally bulldozed it by breathing his newly acquired fire, which is blue and probably much hotter than what his brothers breathe out. It is almost like the Night King has also given Viserion a tech upgrade when he revived the dead dragon. I'm assuming that Viserion was able to do much of this on his own, even without intervention from the Night King, but that would be a little far-fetched. Since this would be an unfair comparison because we are talking about the Nightwalker version of Viserion, what if he was to face off against Drogon by himself without the upgrades? Well, one thing is for sure, Viserion might be slightly smaller than Drogon, but that does give him a slight edge. He is faster than his sibling. This speed advantage could mean a lot, especially since he can evade Drogon's fire breath and simultaneously unleash a combo of his own. Viserion is not as aggressive as Drogon. He is a more calm dragon, much like Rhaegal. However, he can show ferocity if needed and will undoubtedly defend his mother from any enemy menacing her. This makes him far more formidable because if he is pushed to the limit, such as when he's defending Daenerys, then he will show off a little more game and put up a larger fight. In the books, he is known to be more cunning than his brothers and use this to his advantage to steal food from them. In a real fight, Viserion can use this kind of mental capacity to outsmart his foe and take him down by hitting him where he least expects it. So, with all the information on the table, which one of these dragons would best the other? Well, it would have to be a win for Drogon. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that, but the main and most important is that he knows his way through combat. He knows the intricacies of war, and he knows how to dogfight. That is not something that can be said about Viserion. While Viserion does have the speed and the smarts, he might not be strong enough to overpower Drogon. Especially since speed and intellect are marginally better than Drogon, in the end, the bigger bro has to take the win. So there you are, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to KRTV Marvel, and as always, thanks for watching.